Collective. What I want to talk about today is the foundation of DJing, which is being able to match beats, being able to count bars, and I guess just knowing the sounds that are necessary to hear so you can be able to get the beat matched on point. Hopefully that makes sense. So a very important thing that you need to know when you're mixing is where the kick is, where the hi-hat is, and also where the snare is. So in this case, the kick is right here, and what makes it a lot easier is if you know how to is if you already know how to do the baby scratch. So in this case, when you hear the baby scratch of the kick, it sounds like duva duva duva, or so it's going to be like so. So this is the kick, this is the hi-hat, this is the snare. Kick, hi-hat, snare. So we know, I also want to mention that it's very important to know how to count bars. So in the case of this record, there's a 1 bar intro, if you want to call it that, before the actual beat comes in itself. So from the beginning kick, there's a 4 count, which is 1 bar. So 1 bar will be like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the second bar would be that 4 count starting over again. So it would be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So in this case,
the kick is always on.
The 1.
Most times.
You're right. And the kick is always going to be on the 1. Most of the time, the kick will be on the 1. So right here is the 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there the beat goes. So it's important to know those things, and especially when you're beat matching, because you're going to need to know what sound to match where and how. So from here, I can start the beat from the 1. And if the beat's going, I know if I want to try to match up the kick, I can have the kick prepared, and I can hear it in my headphones. I don't have the headphones on now, but I would normally be able to hear it in my headphones, so I would know where to start it. And the switch is right over. I'm actually going to grab the headphones so I can hear it. Again, with the kick. My kick is always right here on the 1. Always the same place. Another thing that I want to discuss is when you do learn how to match beats and you're able to get the beats to match perfectly on time, there's a sound called Flanger, which it basically makes the 2 records playing together sound like there's an airplane flying over your head, or kind of like you're driving through a tunnel or you're underwater or something like that. So it's a kind of difficult to explain, but you know when you hear that sound, you have your records perfectly matched. And I'm going to give you an example of that right here.